Welcome, Miscreants. Here we are back again.
The latest installment of Miscreant Hour about to get underway.
Thank you for joining us. What did we want to talk about today?
Bad job stories, right?
Oh, yeah,
Something
right.
we talked about earlier.
Yeah, because my friend Mr. Blue over here is looking for a new job, or he's getting a new job, so it inspired him to think about all of the terrifically horrible past job experiences that he's had, and that we've all had, really.
Right. I'm sure everyone's had a shitty job at one point or another.
Yeah.
Well, I just got the notice this week that I got the final job offer, so Mr. Blue will be working again, folks. Joining the workforce.
Wow, so you will be...
Again.
You will be employed.
I will be employed.
Okay, brilliant. Nice.
And it got me thinking and kind of lamenting at experiences past.
Yeah.
In my last job, how fucking shitty it was.
Well, you've had a few jobs. Well, you were doing the one right before this for a while. So which ones are you talking about that were not so good?
I'm really talking about I worked for a state railroad agency. That shall remain nameless.
Yeah, right. I'm sure you guys could have a hard time guessing. We live in New York. What could possibly be the railroad agency that we're talking of?
And I was a third rail worker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the job itself was good. You know, those jobs had nice benefits, and which Mr. Blue would never complain about. Why would Mr. Blue complain about such a good thing?
Yeah, it was a good gig.
Well, because the department's run by a bunch of fucking scumbags.
Really?
And I know that, I some coworkers actually might be listening to this, so, play it for them. And you know who you are. Go fuck yourself. and any of my old employees who had a problem with fucking suck my rod.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's feeling some resentment.
How about that, Steve?
What made this job...
Suck my rod, Steve.
Jeez, what made this job so bad? What made you not like these people so badly? What happened? Well,
no, I'm mainly talking about management. It just was a really mismanaged department.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people that I met there and whatnot, but but they had the psychopath now is the freaking the head honcho.
Yeah.
Fucking Jekyll and Hyde, man. Just
he was all over the place.
All over the place. He's gonna get somebody hurt, honestly.
Really? So it was a dangerous job? Working a third rail.
Oh, it is, yeah. Naturally it is.
Right?
There's a lot of different ways you can get hurt.
That's the thing that fucking shot up through the bottom of that train just recently that killed all those people, right?
Right.
I don't know if you guys heard about that. In New York, we had this big train accident a couple weeks back or something like that, and this fucking retarded bitch was sitting on the tracks, and
Did her car stall? I never really got the whole story on that. Did the car stall and she couldn't move it?
No. It's even more retarded than that. At least that would be like a reasonable excuse. Like what happened was she was driving, and instead of stopping before the tracks, she stopped on the tracks, and the what are those safety divider things that come down?
The rail crossing, the rail guard, or whatever.
Yeah, those that came down on her car, right? And obviously,
the arms,
bright fucking blinking lights and all this craziness. I mean, they make a big deal when a train is coming. And this idiot gets out of the car because apparently she just bought a brand new Mercedes and she wanted to see if there's any damage. So she gets out of the car, tries to move move the thing off of her fucking car, and then gets back in the car. And the guy behind her is seeing all of this happening and is screaming "Lady, what the fuck are you doing?" Then she just gets back in the car and gets blasted by a train. Then that third rail apparently blew up through the floor of the train, and the first car exploded into a ball of flames, killed 7 people.
Yeah, that much I knew. I knew the number of people injured and unfortunately the number of people that died.
Yeah, and
that the third rail managed to melt a large portion of the car, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's horrible. So it just reminded me since you brought up that you used to work at the railroad. Yeah. But weren't you used to be a flagger too? Doesn't that job suck?
I was a flagger for Verizon.
Yeah, so he was the guy out there with the orange fucking vest on, flagging people down.
Keeping you bastards safe.
Oh man, but that was a fairly good gig. I recall you saying
you
could go in for you'd go in and you'd stay for a few hours and you wouldn't even have to work. You could pay for the whole day.
That's it. Well, that changed later on, but for the first couple years I worked there, that was the gig. That was the deal. Yeah, if they didn't need you, whether you worked your 8 hours or not, you got home with the 8 hours pay.
Yeah.
So that was beautiful.
It's a sweet gig.
Yeah. My last one, however, was not such a sweet gig.
Well, it's
Now,
what happens.
how about-
Everything can't be great.
Oh, yeah, of course not. But, I mean, it's a very physically intensive job. We had a lot of downtime, sure, but, I mean, there was days where we're, like, on 120-degree tracks, humping the Honda generator.
Yeah.
When no one should be working in those kind of temperatures. But, you know, does the company care? No, of course not. Why would they?
Someone's got to fucking do it so I can get my train on time and go down and bang a hooker in Brooklyn.
Yeah. But, so that, you know, after a while, that kind of gets old. It gets old, man.
Yeah.
And not even that. It's not even, it wasn't always the work that annoyed me. It was the way that the jobs were designed. They're just ass backwards.
Yeah.
Doing things in reverse, pretty much, or forgetting to do things that can make the job easier. And just shit like that.
Well, at least you're over it. Moving on to bigger and better things.
I am.
I have a career as a famous podcaster. Pretty soon you'll be making millions of dollars.
Big podcast star, right?
Yeah, right.
Both of us. Yeah. And just to make one final point on talking about my last job, it wasn't. I don't know if you've ever been in a job like this where like it almost wasn't really always the work that fucking pissed you off, but it's really like the negativity and the drama. You ever like work in a workplace where there's just so much drama?
Yeah.
And I worked with all men.
Yeah.
Right? And it was like working with fucking women. It was like working on The View.
Yeah.
And just fucking
like bickering and shit.
Yeah, like shit talking.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I think
everyone hates everybody.
I think all jobs are like that. Anyway.
Zero camaraderie.
Yeah. Yeah. Some places are worse than others where people just don't really get along and they just talk
fucking
shit.
Miserable. That's what was really miserable about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So and you know, that's it. That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay.
Other than fuck you to anyone who I disliked over there. They know who they are. Go fuck yourselves. Hope you die in a fire.
Wow.
And that's it.
God, way too soon after the whole train accident thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Poor choice of words.
Poor choice. Fuck
poor
it.
description.
What do we care?
Yeah. Fuck them.
We say it like it is in the Miscreant now.
Yes, we do. So how about you, Skags?
Any
Any work stories? Anything that's funny or interesting? Mine really wasn't funny.
Yeah, I've had some shitty jobs and some crazy ones. Like I did some waitering and stuff in the past because I always thought it was a way to get quick cash, and normally it's good. But I made the mistake of applying for a job at this really hoity-toity fucking country club, and me and country clubs just do not mix. If anybody knows me, I'm definitely not the country club
You
type.
do not seem like the kind of guy. No.
So anyway, I took this job, and it was decent money and whatever. And I instantly just did not gel with anybody who worked there. Everybody was really, like I said, they were all waspy and rich.
Even the workers.
Even the workers
that worked there.
Yeah, were really just like uppity and boring, really boring people. And at the time, I was in like completely active addiction, so I was just like a raging drug addict.
I figured you could at least maybe relate to your coworkers who had to put up with these rich snobs that you're slaving.
I mean, a couple of them, are like that, but like most of them were just like. We just were not the same kind of people. Like they were
just too used to servitude.
Yeah, they were just really preppy and douchey, and so everything was kind of okay for a little while. I kind of did my thing, and I got into it with the cooks a couple times. So here's how, like, the first thing that really kind of blew it up was I came in one day and I was kind of sick and I was on a bad mood because I didn't have what I needed, and the cooks were like getting on my fucking case. And they were like getting pissed about some stupid shit. How I put the tickets in, whatever. Long story short, we end up coming to blows with the cook. He comes out from behind and starts talking shit, and I shove him into like a thing of dishes, and they all break. But believe it or not, I did not get fired for that.
Really?
Not for that.
I figured that would have been it.
No. What came next was even better in classic Scag fashion. So what came next was there was just the guy who owned it. His daughter. Also worked there. She was a waitress, whatever, and she was kind of cute, and she would be flirty and whatever. And I may or may not have banged the boss's daughter.
I would guess and say you did.
Okay, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. And he found out. And now that's what got me fired.
That must not have felt good.
That's what got me fired. But you know what? It felt really good to just stick it literally to those waspy fucking assholes. And I never talked to her again. I railed the shit out of her, and then I got fired. But it was a brilliant firing.
So how'd you end up like coming in contact with her?
Well, we would work together.
Oh, she worked there too.
Yeah, she worked there too. So I would see her all the time, and we would talk and flirt. And for a while, I kind of brushed her off and whatever. But then she kind of just kept coming on. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So one night after work, we hung out, and
that was that.
and that was that. So then word spread really fast all around the restaurant.
Oh my God, Scag has such a big cock.
He banged the shit out of the boss's daughter. Word got back to him. He didn't think it was that funny.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. As a father, I'm sure.
I can. I mean, I can.
And
imagine.
your boss.
I wouldn't want someone like me banging my sweet innocent daughter.
No, me either.
So I did, and that was the end of that job. And also. Actually, it was funny because we were talking about like topics for the show, and Mr. Pooh brought up this. He's like, "Oh, why don't you mention this? This Brad topic about
this
about
great
tattooing?"
Story. We always try to brainstorm a little bit before we do a show.
Yeah, like small,
just a little bit,
small amounts. But I didn't really want to talk about this particular one because it is so shitty. Like what I did was really
okay. It really makes you look like a scumbag, which is why I want to talk about it.
Yeah, no, maybe it's gonna make me look like a total asshole. But you guys already know I'm an asshole, so what's the point of hiding it? So I used to tattoo, right? And I started getting into tattooing when I was younger, and I kind of apprenticed at this shop by where I used to live, and I became really good friends with the shop owner. This really cool, always a lot older than I was, great guy, great tattoo artist. So we used to chill, and then so this kind of takes it's kind of like a job story because technically I kind of worked there a little bit, and he got this new girlfriend, this young, really hot, crazy but viral girl, and she would always be really flirty, and I could tell she kind of had a thing for me, but it was no big deal. He never really seemed to care. I didn't care. We all hung out together.
And I remember him telling you that, I don't know whether she used to have issues with drugs or not, but he specifically told you, look, don't give her any drugs.
Yeah, that was like his main thing. Like,
just don't do that.
Right. So she was like, I was still using actively at the time. He knew it, and he was a really great guy. He was a former addict himself, and he was trying to kind of help me get through it and help me get clean. I mean, just out of the goodness of his heart, he's a great guy. And
he was giving you apprenticeship for free, which is like, I mean, anyone in the tattoo world knows that's probably unheard of. Right?
Yeah, usually you pay a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
So he was doing it totally for free, teaching me how to tattoo. So the girl, his new girlfriend, she had a past with heroin as well. So it was something we kind of talked about, or whatever. And we chilled for months without anything really coming to pass. But she would start getting a little more and more flirty as time went on. And so one day she shows up at my house, just shows up by herself, and I'm like, oh, hey,
what kind of car was you driving?
I don't even fucking know.
It's a dumb question.
Nobody
cares about that.
Yeah, I was not thinking about her car. I was thinking about her massive tits.
Yeah.
So I let her in. We're chilling. We're hanging out, and I'm like, she said that Brad, her boyfriend, was gonna come by a little bit later. So I'm high as a kite. I don't really think anything of it, and we jump in the pool and we're hanging out, and she's looking great in a bikini.
Nice.
And so we're laying in this like raft thing. Floating around in the water.
Let's hear about that.
And then she just she starts kissing me. And
kissing you where?
Just on
the lips?
A regular kiss.
Did you retract it? Like, no, we cannot do this.
I did,
girl.
No, I did. As soon as she did it, I pulled back, and
we can't do this to Brad.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? This is like, what the fuck was that? And she's like, come on, let's just have some fun, it's just us. I'm like, and then she kind of like grabbed my dick, and
so were you getting like a little stiffy at this point?
Obviously, yeah, absolutely. She was gorgeous, and nature calls.
1 to 10, how hard were you at this point?
At this point, during the makeout, like
50% hardness.
Well, once you grabbed my dick, I was probably at like 50%.
Yeah.
And then at that point, she's like, okay, let's go inside. And as she was going back into the house, she started taking off her bikini. So she walked into my place totally naked. Really? I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be bad. So we go inside, Start making out a little bit more. And
nice.
me, and I would really like to blame the drugs for a lot of this because I was totally on a different planet. I was using like a crazy amount. I can't blame the drugs completely because it still was an asshole thing to do.
Because that would be taking the onus off yourself.
Right, and it was still just a super douchey, horrible friend thing to do.
Of course it was.
I assume you guys know where this story is going. I banged her. I banged one of my best friend's girlfriends. But to top it off, that's not even the worst part.
Nope. No, it doesn't stop there.
The worst part was that after we fucked, I told her, okay, I'm going to go do some dope, okay? Is that cool? Just stay right here. I'll go in the bathroom and do my thing. She's like, oh, can I do some? I'm like, no. That's a horrible idea. No. She's like,
if not fucking your friend's girl was bad enough, wasn't a bad idea enough.
Right. I had to take it
At least you were holding some restraint on the drug thing.
I held some restraint.
For a moment.
For a moment or two. So she prodded and pushed a little bit more, and then I finally, I don't know, I just gave in. I was like, oh, fuck it. Whatever. Who cares? And I gave her dope and she got high. So not only did I bang one of my best friend's girlfriends, but I gave her fucking heroin. And she relapsed with me. She had been gleaning for like years. So she was like retardedly high, like out of her fucking mind. We go back to meet my friend.
I was gonna say, did Brad end up showing up at your house?
No,
so you're going back to the
we were going back to the shop. I drove her, right?
Okay.
So we meet in like a parking lot to get some coffee or whatever. And as soon as he sees her, he knew that she was fucking loaded, and he gave me this look of like,
oof, man,
I want to kill you. And I was like, oh my god. And he was a really big guy too.
He
remember?
was.
He was like 6'5".
I met him a couple times.
He was like really big. So then afterwards, he called me fucking screaming because she confessed everything. And she was a fucking psychopath, though, because she maliciously, like, seduced me. I mean, went out of her way to seduce me. Like,
that's for sure.
And then she started, saying that I raped her and that I forced drugs on her. And then Brad called me flipping out. Eventually, she told the truth about what really happened, and he broke up with her. And I saw him a couple times, like years later after that, and we kind of made peace because he did realize after that how crazy
she was. Just a nut job.
She was just a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
But even still, like that was like we were talking about last week. I mentioned something about
hard to come back
one of the fucked up things that I've done. This was another one of the fucked up things that I've done, and it was really bad. Like the cardinal rule: you don't bang your friend's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I have done that a few times, and I'm such an asshole. But I feel like these women, they just like,
a lot of people, I think a lot of people are guilty of doing that at one point or another.
Yeah, it's so horrible though when you think about it, because you think I would never want that to happen to my girlfriend.
Who would?
I would feel so like violated and like crushed that a friend would do that to me. And not only did I do that, but I gave her drugs. So, you guys can hate me all you want. I would.
I don't.
This was many years ago, and I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably like a 6 of fucked up. Actually, it's probably a 5 of fucked up things that I've done, which is really bad.
Yeah, I would say it would have to rank, wouldn't it?
It definitely ranks. So that one's haunted me for a little bit. That was definitely not cool.
Does it still haunt you?
A little bit, yeah.
Slightly?
I find, yeah, a lot of things do. Past the, indiscretions and things that I've done to hurt people definitely haunt me. And I think like a lot of addicts go through that.
So some of those regrets do make their way through Scag's cold black heart a little bit.
Absolutely. And I think most of the reasons why I've relapsed over the years is because I get clean and then I start thinking about all the horrible things that I've done and I feel like shit about it. So I just go back to that kind of numb comfort zone to not think about it, You
could just drink booze like me. Why don't you just do that?
Oh, well, I did for a while. I just guzzled booze, but just didn't do it for me. It just wasn't enough. Was not enough.
All right.
That's a good story. That's our bad job experiences and Mr. Scag's really asshole maneuver from the past. Stay tuned because I have I have millions of them. But if I told you guys all the horrible things that I've done, you would just never listen ever again because you would think I was just a complete prick.
But someone like me, I think I love hearing this kind of shit. It would make me want to keep listening.
Yeah. Well. Then our fans are sick.
Yeah.
which we love
like
you guys.
Us.
That's why we call it the Miscreant Hour. We don't call it the really good dudes hour.
Yeah, no,
we don't call it the nice guy hour.
I think the name really says it all.
The name says it all, and we live up to that name.
Yeah,
so
got it, man.
At least you can say that we go all out and we don't pull any punches.
Very true. And I guess to kind of keep the topic on your tattoo days of old.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember when you were starting to learn? I remember you bought a machine.
Yeah, bought all the gear.
You had some ink and needles around the house.
Yeah, I bought machines. I bought, it's like a typical really shitty starter kit that was just full of garbage equipment.
Yeah, and could you believe this guy actually found willing idiots, morons,
And for me to
wastes
practice on.
of life
Yep.
to
Just
practice
dregs.
on.
Yeah, people who were like, who openly knew that I just started I was like 16.
And he told me about it. He's like, look, I'm still
I
I'm
have no idea what
trying
I'm
to
doing.
learn the craft. I'm not even close to being there yet.
Like, I was tattooing
You're
on fruit at the time.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, yeah, no problem. Fucking tattoo me.
I remember one guy, you tattooed a Honda logo on him?
Yeah. I tattooed a bunch. There's this one particular guy that I tattooed a ton of dumb shit on. A beer pong cup that I fucked up royally. It looked like the cup was like cut in half, like because one of the lines just got totally buzzed out.
Jesus.
Probably
He didn't give a shit.
The worst one, I tattooed a Mets logo on him, but I didn't realize until afterwards that I tattooed it backwards. So it was reverse. So
yeah.
now he's got a fucking reverse Mets logo. I tattooed something on his ass. I don't remember what it was. Do you remember what it was?
He's a little bit of a fucking freak, this guy.
There's some phrase.
He had a Prince Albert, this guy.
Yeah. He was just a nut job. He covered it in
apparently he did gay porn to make money for a while.
he was a real fucking weirdo. He used to hit on me all the time.
Oh, God.
He came over in like a leopard print thong one day when he wanted me to tattoo his ass.
Yeah, he worked at a pizza shop. And this is when we just graduated high school.
Yeah.
And he broke into the pizza shop to get dough to make pizza. He made some pizzas, fucked them. They're all fucked up like when he brought them back to the party.
He brought it back to the party.
And he was fucking like rubbing my neck.
Yeah, he was a
And
weird duck one.
Fucking weird.
He was such a freak.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And then he whipped out his dick to show the Prince Albert everyone at the party. And it's like, oh my god.
But I do want to thank him though, because he gave me a lot of valuable tattoo experience. And
That he did.
But that's not even that bad, because he at least was like, he was a goofball. Like, he was openly, accepting us and giving shitty tattoos. But what was really fucked up, it was there was this other girl, this really sweet, nice girl who had a crush on me, and she
blonde
found
hair,
out,
curly blonde hair.
Yep,
yeah.
you know where I'm going with this.
Oh, I know, because I think I was here for some of it.
Yeah, I think so. This is that butchering session.
Ooh.
So
that was bad.
She comes to me wanting, to get tattooed, and she wanted me to draw this like custom piece for her. And I
Which
drew
was
something.
essentially like a ghoul, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
like a zombie.
It was like a
shit.
zombie girl, like with her head getting pulled off, like this really cool design, but not for like a girl like that.
Yeah, on her ribs on the side.
Yeah, and I somehow stupidly convinced her to get it bigger because I couldn't get all the detail that I wanted into. So I ended up tattooing this massive piece of black and gray shit on this girl's ribs, and I fucked her up so bad because I was drunk and I was high, and I literally feel so bad for if I ever, I'm gonna send her like $1,000 like an apology
one day
to get it fixed up, unless she hasn't already, because I feel so bad about it.
Did you get a phone call from her mom? Because I think she was also kind of like, I think she was fucked up on drugs too. I think
she
a little bit.
She messed around. Yeah, she definitely messed around
to the point where I think her family purposely, I could be wrong, but I think they purposely moved away to get away from her friend base here.
Probably after they saw that tattoo.
Probably after they saw the fucking tattoo.
Now, her parents didn't call me, but you know who did? Her best friend at the time, who like I had slept with a couple times and I was hooking up with, and she was so mad at me. She never talked to me again for doing that to her friend, for tattooing her friend.
Who is that?
Such an A.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. She was.
You actually slept with her?
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah.
Oh man, she was cute.
Yeah, she was really cute.
She was dating one of my brother's friends.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I saw her at the pool a lot.
Yeah, we were on and off, like just.
And holy
had
shit,
art classes
does
with her and
she
shit.
have an ass on her?
Yeah, she was gorgeous. I haven't seen her in God knows how long.
Man.
But she was so pissed at me that I told him, like, hey, I didn't force it. I didn't hold her down and fucking, tattoo her. Like, she wanted it. Granted, I fucked it up really bad.
I went to her house with you once. We hung
loaded,
for a little
dude.
bit.
She was a fucking, her parents were gajillionaires, man. Like, I think our first car in high school was like a Mercedes SLK, brand new.
Yeah, brand new.
Fucking, I'm like, are you kidding me? So yeah, me carving her best friend up and giving her a total piece of shit tattoo that covered her whole ribs kind of put the kibosh on our potential relationship.
Hey, those things do that.
Oh god, that was funny. Looking back in retrospect.
In retrospect,
I hope she got it.
I hope
fixed.
she's good now.
I hope she
got
went
her
to a
life
really
together.
good tattoo artist and had somebody fix that
or maybe get
mangled
lasered
mess.
off.
Oh my god, it would
Perhaps.
probably take like she would probably have to spend $2,000 just to get it lasered. It was huge, dark black. Oh man, that was brutal.
Yeah. So what else? Any other stories you got, or
No, man, I don't know. I got stories for days, but I just all of them make me look like such an asshole.
I love it. It makes me look so much
I
better.
mean, I'm
than
sure I
you.
have some good stories, like of good things that I've done. I just can't think of any at the moment.
Yeah,
Can you think of any?
good stories that you did.
Yeah, like times that I was like a nice person, that like I did something nice for
nice
people.
person.
There must be some of those.
Yeah, not really.
None?
Yeah,
You
no.
can't think of a single one?
Where you really look like a nice guy.
Yeah, like where I helped someone, where like I saved a kitten from a tree, or like
nothing that really comes to mind. Nothing's really jumping out right now. No.
I mean, I'll give you some time to think.
Yeah,
about
let me think about it.
it. Just ruminate on it.
Give me a couple weeks.
A couple weeks.
Yeah, I might need a couple weeks to think about something.
Oh
like
my god. Well, I'm just having this aha moment that I'm an asshole. You are an asshole. Asshole.
Asshole.
Asshole. Oh fuck!
Yes,
What are you
yeah.
gonna do?
Hey, you are. Right?
I got a lot of making up to do.
Yeah.
Past sins.
Hey, you can do it.
Yeah. You know.
I'm trying to think. Well, you helped some friends out from a fight down the street.
Oh, well, I've done that plenty of times.
You've done that plenty.
Yeah. I've gotten people's back plenty of times with fights and helping people who owed money to dealers. So I've definitely helped. I've helped get people off drugs. I mean, I have my moments here and there. You know.
Yeah, and you do
I try and balance out all the bad with some good to kind of balance the karmic scales a bit. You know.
And you are currently doing good work on GrindFactor.com.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Yep, that's one. Yeah, trying to help as many people
In the
as I
sobriety
can
session,
with,
helping a lot of people out.
Yeah, helping people stay safe
Yeah.
from drugs and all that. And actually, like the rehab that like I went to, one of the last rehabs that I went to, my counselor actually called me, and this was a little while ago. I don't know if the offer's still on the table, but she wanted me to come and speak to the adolescent group, because as you know, like the adolescent rehab programs are like so tough because kids are such little shits. They don't want to be there. You know, they don't think they have a problem, so they're the most difficult group to kind of get anything through to.
Yeah.
So she asked me to come talk to them and try to knock some sense into them and tell them my story and shit. So that would be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
That would definitely help
that'd be
balance
good.
some shit out.
It would.
So I think I might do that.
And that's what you've should been doing for a while now. You should be using your experiences as a positive thing to help people.
Yeah.
Which you are doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for so long I was just struggling on helping myself that I couldn't even focus on helping anybody else. But now that I'm finally kind of getting my feet back under me, I can start using some of this shit to maybe potentially help somebody else and some younger kids, especially younger kids, to maybe avoid some of the same bullshit that I've been through.
Yeah. I just got this.
Yeah, who are you texting?
My girlfriend's texting me.
What, she want a three-way? I'm in.
I can run it by her.
Yeah, run it by her.
She sent me this article that I guess there's a new fan theory on the movie The Titanic.
Were people still talking about that fucking movie?
Yeah, apparently. I guess this guy came up with a theory that Jack Dawson, the love interest of
I'll never let go.
Kate Winslet, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, was in fact really a time traveler.
What?
Yeah, I guess I forget some of the things. I gotta read it again. The article's not coming
What is
up.
this, fan fiction? Or this is an actual fucking
It's a fan theory.
that people
He
really
takes
have?
things from the movie, evidence from the movie that supports his theory.
That the guy was a
that
time
the guy was a
traveler
time
in real
traveler
life.
there to save Rose or Kate Winslet.
Well, if that was the case, he really fucked up because...
he saved Rose, though.
Okay, but what about all the other people on the fucking
Man,
ship?
maybe everyone was supposed to die.
If you were going to time travel, wouldn't you maybe like tell the guy in advance before you got on the boat, like, oh, by the way, there's going to be a massissive fucking iceberg halfway through the trip. Why don't you avoid it?
And one thing, the only thing I managed to read real quick before we started the show, you remember when Kate Winslet was going to throw herself off the fucking
like the hull of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Caprio just stops her.
Yeah. That's
He
because
just
he time traveled.
Because he
That's
time
this
traveled,
guy's
bro.
fucking. That's this guy's justification. and
I
proof
gotta
of
read
time.
more. There's probably cooler things that he referenced to actually make the theory at least feel cooler.
Sounds like an
I gotta
idiot.
read it.
Sounds like a
So I'm giving
dumbass.
you a fucking half-baked story, folks.
Yeah.
So
but
I urge you to go and read it yourselves.
I can't think of anything that would prove that because that's just
Yeah.
that's just
After the
retarded.
show, I'll read it, and if if you want to build the next show, there's a little cliffhanger.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
Get you
people.
coming back to get the
I'm sure people are really gonna want to hear
steamy
about that.
conclusion of
Our
the
Titanic
time traveler
traveling
theory on the
theories.
Titanic.
Yeah, that'll really bring in the listeners.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
we can do that.
What about that fucking that Mars thing?
Yeah, Mars Mission 1, right?
Yeah, right. It's a fucking solo one-way trip.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
no coming back.
Yeah, I was listening to the radio this morning, and they were talking about it, going back and forth to each other, saying like, "Would you do this? Like, can you believe that anybody would be okay with doing this?" I mean, I could think of some people that I'd like to put
It is
on
amazing.
that ship.
Oh yeah, dude.
I have a
God.
good amount of people that I would love to put
Cram
on
that fucker.
I'd cram that fucker so tight. I mean, seriously, it'd be like a virgin's fucking vagina on prom night, just
Please don't turn me
cramming
on.
that shit.
Yeah. Oh god, there's some people love to throw up there.
So is
Fuck.
anybody actually agreeing to do this?
Yes. I mean, I think they've gotten thousands and thousands of applications.
Oh, I don't explain it to me.
And I think they're still
What are
going
they
through
going to
them.
do when they get there?
Uh,
I mean, the trip itself
I
must
gotta
take,
imagine.
like, forever.
Yeah.
By
I
the
think
time they get there,
does it
it's
take
gonna-
like 8 years?
Yeah, a long time. I don't know how long, but it's got to take a long time.
Yeah.
Probably, yes, definitely years. And then they're gonna just walk off
I
the fucking ship
gotta
and
imagine
die.
they're supposed to set up maybe some kind of station, colonize Mars. I don't know.
Wow, I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit
I
more.
haven't really looked. I gotta be honest with you, I haven't looked that much into
Let
it.
me see if I can pull something up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we pulled up this article, and yeah, basically that is what they want to do. They're sending 100 people up, 50 men and 50 women, to on a one-way trip to
that's
to
crazy.
Mars in 2025.
Did they mention anything in the article about is their objective to colonize the planet?
Yeah, that is the objective.
Set up a
yes.
space station?
Yeah, although there's been a lot of people are saying, like a lot of experts in the science community are saying that like it's just we're not even close to being able to do that. So they think it's way too soon for that to happen. But either way, it's going down.
And
People have agreed to fucking do
That
this.
is crazy. And this one woman, Sophia Van what?
Yeah, her name is Sonia Van.
Sonia. I can't
Sonia
see.
Van Meter.
Sonia Van Meter.
And she's actually a mother, stepmother. So she has a husband and 2 fucking kids,
Yeah.
and she's going on this trip.
And in the year that they're planning on departing is what? 2024?
2025.
2025.
Yeah, it's called the Mars One for Martian colonization 2025, and yeah, they've had a ton of people want. She's actually pretty. Look at her. She's
She
kind of hot.
is.
And,
Nice red lipstick.
Yeah.
Not many girls look good in that. My girlfriend looks fantastic.
God, it's wild. I
And
mean,
red lipstick.
she claims she's got 100% support from her family, but I just find it obviously a lot of people are dogging her and talking shit for her leaving her family
Fuck
on this
them.
crazy thing. But you know what? It's kind of commendable in a way. I mean, it's a huge
if
step.
and should it really come to fruition, this is a huge moment in human history.
Yeah,
and she's going to be a part of it. What?
Yeah.
People are giving her shit for not wanting to be a part of it. If she wants to, God bless her.
These people are
That takes balls.
pioneers.
That
I
takes
mean,
balls to do that.
Yeah, I mean the research and like the data that they're going to be able to gather from this could change the course of history if they find out that there's a realistic possibility of colonization
Without
on
a
a different
doubt.
planet. Holy shit!
Yeah.
But that is so wild that that people are going to do this. I mean, would you do something like this if they
No.
came to you? Were like, hey, do
No.
you want to go?
No, fuck.
I wouldn't go either. I mean, I would go to space if I can come back,
Yeah.
but the whole one-way trip thing.
Nah, I'm not interested in that.
Unless they told me that once we got to Mars, there was going to be just like a bunker full of hookers and cocaine and alcohol for like the rest of my life.
If they show me something like, hey, we ever got a fucking city, it looks like Dubai.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We got heated swimming pools and fucking diamond ceilings and lots of hot chicks everywhere.
Then
I'd
I'm
be
like, yeah, you know, actually,
sign me to
guys,
fuck
give
up.
me a little bit. I'll come back to you with an answer. This is tempting beyond belief. I appreciate it. Give me a few days.
Yeah,
To think it over.
yeah. I'd be like, give me a few seconds. Yes, because what the fuck I got here, right?
God. get rid of a lot of these assholes.
Oh man,
We have to deal with 100 people.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
as opposed to the 7 billion on Earth right now.
So just 100 people. You hang out. You got a whole fucking planet to yourselves, so you can all just find your own little corner,
Oh God,
do your thing.
that does sound kind of appealing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely
A little
does.
bit in some respects. That's if there was something worth going there for. Which, come on.
But right now it's a fucking it's a planet
desert.
of rock desert shit. Like there's nothing cool there unless maybe there is that we don't know about. They'll find there, but
yeah, the sandstorms would be pretty cool, right?
yeah, that sounds like it'd be fucking great. Shit. I mean, dude, if there was like a cooler planet to colonize, one that actually was like Earth-like, I'd be like, fuck yeah. But Mars?
Yeah,
Shit.
fuck that.
Fuck Mars, right? It's like, I mean, I still think it's
It's cool. It is.
And it's
like
a cool. It's a start of something. You know what I mean? Like that's like, okay, first it's Mars, and then hopefully soon it'll be other planets. I mean,
yeah, they should start writing a Neil Armstrong-esque statement right now. Make sure it's good.
Yeah, like
the
first
person that walks out, it's got to be amazing.
I wonder who's gonna get the fucking chance to say the first words. What do you think they're gonna say?
Maybe Sonya, I think.
I don't know. What would you say? What would your first words be?
Well,
like
this is a huge step for human history.
You can't just copy fucking Armstrong. As you just gave the exact same speech, you'd be like, we heard that already.
I don't know. I'm trying to rack
just
my
say
brain.
something really gay, like cool.
Yeah. Well, we made it.
I would just get naked and be like, I'm the first guy to get naked on Mars.
One small erection for man.
Yeah, one small one small erection for me, one giant erection for mankind.
Yeah, exactly.
I tell people to look up at the stars, people. My hard dick is right up there.
See it glistening. See it, the fucking sand in my urethra right now.
I'd write "fuck you" on the surface so that every time people from Earth looked up, they could just see. They would just know that it was there.
I would take a baseball bat to the rover.
You'd fuck the rover up?
Yeah, fucking piss people off.
I don't know. I would hope that like a fucking sand.
Well, then
I
could send pictures back then at that point.
What
right?
if they get probed by like?
I could send pictures back, not the rover. Fuck the rover at that point.
Yeah.
Because I want something to do.
I would send nude pics back from the rover.
Yeah, I'd send my dick pic next to like a fucking useless rock.
Yeah, this is the first dick pic from Mars. Yeah. From Mr. Blue of the Miscreant Hour.
I'd be on Tinder and shit.
Yeah.
Be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Skype. I'd be having tons of Skype sex. It'd be awesome.
Same
things I do on Earth, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You would. I don't know, but unfortunately for you, I don't think there's any hookers on Mars, so you would be kind of out of luck with your really
unless one of the 50 women would be receptive.
I mean, to be fair and democratic, they should at least include one or two hookers
that want to fuck you.
Like they should have like a person from every segment of life on this trip.
Someone that amongst those 50 women, at least a few of them should agree beforehand. Like, yeah, I'd probably fuck them.
Well, dude, think about it. There's only going to be 50 women and 50 men. You know they're going to bang.
Of course.
Because they're never going to be able to come back.
But
I mean,
would you want to be? Let's say, for argument's sake, would you want to be the guy that fucking no woman there in amongst that group wanted to fuck you?
Well, I mean, there's one woman for each dude.
Yeah.
So if you still can't get laid, then you're just a fucking loser.
I know, but hey, it could happen.
Dude, there's gonna be one guy that's not gonna be able to. Yeah. I'm sure. There's gonna be one really douchey loser guy who's just gonna be watching everyone get a parade of pussy, and he's not gonna be able to get anything. I mean, he's gonna be jerking off behind a rock.
It's not like you get to pick the woman yourself.
No.
You know what I mean?
But I'm sure some of them are hot.
I'm sure.
And that one chick, she's hot.
Absolutely. Totally bangable.
If I was the guy who planned this trip that was going with these women, I would only pick hot women. That way I just was like, okay, cool. It's going to be me and 50 hot women on Mars. I'd go.
But fucking, I don't know.
That's wild.
But yeah, I'd literally want that guarantee. Someone would have to guarantee me that. Or I would have to talk to the chicks beforehand. Like, one by one, like, look, like, could you see yourself fucking me?
Yeah, make a prearranged sex Mars sex
Next
date.
one, girl 2. Could you see yourself fucking me? Yeah, maybe. Like, okay, all right. I'll take that for now.
We got some potential.
Next girl, could you see yourself fucking me in the future on this mission? And it's just, yeah, I would. Okay, good. We got one. Good.
Yeah.
And I go down the line.
Just down the list, huh? Okay. I think your chances would be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm fuckable, right?
Yeah, I'd say you're definitely
I'm at least fuckable.
Especially on Mars with not many other, male
exactly.
male choices, I think you'd at least have a 10% chance.
Right. I'm good. I give great oral.
Okay, so you could just start your own the first business that you could start on Mars could be like a box munching business where you just munch everyone's box. I love munching box.
Oh, me too.
It's the best, isn't it?
I never used stupid man. I've changed my tune.
It's an acquired taste, literally, but it's awesome.
Oh, I love it now. Love it.
Yeah, it is cool.
So yeah, that's about that.
Yeah, it's.
What else can we say about that? Or anything else?
I don't know. I just think it's wild. Everyone else can kind of look it up for themselves. I just heard about it really today for the first time.
Yeah.
One other thing that I really wanted to bring up
that
is super scary and
come on, scare me, Scag.
and not at all surprising is that I don't know what proof has actually come out about this, but it's being alleged that the Chicago police inside the U.S. Chicago has
I've been there. Great city.
Yeah, it's awesome. They have an off the books black site, like the equivalent of a CIA black site in Chicago, where they take
some kind of institution.
No, it's like a fucking black hole, dude. It's like a secret jail, like a secret interrogation facility where they take people without a lawyer, without people. They just take them off the grid, like poof.
Holy
you know how like the CIA would do. You know, they have black sites all over the world. But this is right on American soil in fucking Chicago, for God's sakes. And yeah, they're saying it's a domestic equivalent of a CIA black site. Saying it's like a nondescript warehouse in in the west side of Chicago, which is out of control.
Dude, there's a lot of things that are very on the hush hush that no one in this country really. Well, some people ask, but they just don't get answered. These questions don't get answered, and you can find. You can find evidence after piece of evidence that slowly kind of like paints this picture of America that really isn't quite American.
No,
or
not what you would,
what
you expect.
The ideals that you're brought up to think America is.
Yeah, I mean, look at shit like this. I mean, this is some of the most anti-American things that you can think of.
Very tyrannical.
And it doesn't surprise me in the least. Wouldn't surprise me if there was tons of these all over the country.
This kind of shit doesn't surprise me anymore.
Yeah, I mean, some of the things that they are alleging is that they're keeping arrestees out of the official booking databases, beatings by police for interrogations, shackling for prolonged periods, denying attorneys access to the facility their clients, holding people without legal counsel for between 12 and 24 hours, including kids young as 15.
Christ.
I mean, so the fucking...
Is this just the random... So this isn't just for, like, presumed terrorists?
No, I don't know. This is for, but even dude, it's not the Chicago police force's job to do that. That's like they have no, you know what I mean? That's the CIA and the FBI. They're the ones that deal with this shit.
So this is Chicago police.
This is fucking Chicago. This is a city police department, for God's sakes, doing this. This is not the goddamn CIA.
I figured this is some kind of secret black ops agency fucking.
No, it's got nothing to do with the government.
That's what it kind of sounds like, but
that's what they're saying. That's why people are so up in arms, because it's the equivalent of the CIA black sites that we all know
like some
exist.
kind of like weird like Guantanamo Bay in America.
It is basically like a place where they take these fucking people, but for just inside of Chicago, go beat confessions out of fucking people in dark rooms without their lawyers, and it's a scary thing. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this. On this news, because it's fucked up.
I've read, I read a lot of this kind of shit, and I remember, and I'm not going to get into it, but I have read a lot about 9/11 and a lot of those conspiracy theories.
Well, we know how much you love fucking conspiracy
theories. They get written off as, you're just a conspiracy theorist, you're a nut, you're a loon, and they present evidence, after, albeit maybe circumstantial, but some of the case not.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get major media coverage, never will, and we all know why that is. But another thing is, apparently, you remember the in Pennsylvania, the plane that I guess crashed in like fucking woods, left a crater, no fucking plane debris.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, according to an ex-CIA agent, or I don't know how she served exactly, right? She said, well, that plane was shot down.
Mm-hmm.
but for whatever reason they gave you the story that the passengers rose up and took the plane down, took over the captors, and kind of crashed the plane.
Right.
And I guess the pilot who shot the plane is being held in some weird kind of like black prison, like you just described, and no one knows about it, or no one's talking about it because he knows what happened.
Nah, it wouldn't surprise me in the least. America has a history of these really shady fucking dealings and cover-ups.
Gulf of Tonkin. That's how we got into Vietnam.
Yeah.
Fucking that whole thing was fake. Like the ship, like it's like a Navy, American Navy ship. They claim was like attacked by I think the North Vietnamese, and it never fucking happened.
Yeah.
And that's how we got into a war, and that's how many lives were lost fighting a fucking like nonsense war, which is very similar to what we're fighting now. So
yeah, it's sick,
and that's a fact. That's not conspiracy theory shit. That's pretty much widely recognized at this point. Gulf of Tonkin wasn't real.
Yeah. Yep. There's I think there's a bunch. There's a lot of books out there and a lot of shit out there that describes some of the just blatantly false histories of America and some of the more deeper cover-ups and just like really foul shit that we've done and been a party to, and apparently with this new fucking Chicago article are still a party to and are still doing, and I don't know, it's scary and
it is, man.
It's just you know,
I don't like where things are heading.
No, me neither. But
you know what? Like I know that all the teens and tweens love the Hunger Games. And having the country set up in the districts.
I was just gonna watch that movie.
That shit ain't so far fetched, man.
No, not really.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's certainly within the realm of possibilities.
Absolutely. I could see that shit happening here.
Yeah, me too.
Set them to districts. We were pretty much enslaved.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Not at all.
You know, we'll end on that note. Yeah. Nice positive note for you guys to go to sleep on when you think about dreaming about
sweet dreams.
Dreaming about being fucking grabbed up and thrown in a black hole.
Black cell. No way out.
If anyone's getting thrown in a black hole, it's probably going to be me. They're probably coming for me right now.
Probably.
Bastards.
Especially after we post this podcast.
They'll never take me alive.
Yeah. But next week, anything planned?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
there
will be a show.
There'll be a show. You'll have to tune in to see what the fuck it's going to be about.
All right. Good chatting with you guys again. Yeah. And I don't know who you are. Can't see you. Appreciate the listeners. So until next time.
Later.
See you.